What is happening, everybody? And I did not go very far in between shows. I went from sitting right here to still sitting right here. The only thing that's changed for me is now instead of being the analyst on the show, I'm going to be hosting the So Rare show, which this is really fun. This is one of my favorite 30 minutes of the entire week. If anything I do that takes 30 minutes, this is number one for me. Neil Orfield and I, we sit down, we build out our So Rare lineups for the upcoming slate. And the way the slates work for So Rare, you got a couple of them each week. One runs Monday through Thursday. The other one runs Friday through Sunday. And there's going to be a little bit of a wrinkle on So Rare this week because we've got the NBA All-Star break coming up. And they're still going to be running contests for the NBA All-Star break. I was talking with those guys right before I came in, the So Rare folks, and they were telling me about all the cool contest offerings they're going to have for the All-Star game. I don't know if I'm allowed to spoil yet, so I'm not going to say anything, but I'm excited for it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be contests that you guys could play to fill that itch during the All-Star break when there just isn't really a whole lot of sports going on. And if you guys want to know the best way to sign up at So Rare and get involved, sign up using the link we have below. Because not only is that going to get you access to So Rare, in addition to that, when you make 5 limited card purchases after signing up using our link, you can get a 6-1 for free. Great way to help you build out your So Rare lineups. As you guys come in, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Neil, what is happening? How was the Super Bowl for you last night?
It was okay. I really I wanted Juju to score that touchdown at the end there where he got held. I was kind of a bummer. I saw the throw. I was like, come on, please, Juju, get in there, because he was one of my highest exposed players on Underdog and on DraftKings, all the different sites. I had a ton of Juju, so was really hoping for that touchdown, but ended up being okay. I actually did well on some of Noah's advantage. I did pretty well there. So some other place I made a little bit of money. DFS didn't really do anything too great. How about you? How'd it go for you?
I just wanted Kadarius Toney to score a touchdown because everything for me is built
That
around
was
like
awesome.
what content do I put out online and how does my content benefit the most? And it was clearly Kadarius Toney, which was also my favorite bet that was on the board for the entire Super Bowl. So we scored a touchdown. I was really excited about that. And now we're back to NBA, but only for a few days of NBA. Then, like I said, we're going to be heading into the All-Star break. So something else to consider too is we're about to be setting our So Rare lineups. I just want to point out to you guys the amount of players that are questionable to play today. And it's something that's certainly going to impact how we look at some of the players and how they project and our projections and whatnot. So the most recent news we got, and it actually happened during the show that Lofty and I were just doing. LeBron James not going to be playing tonight. And at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers just hold him out until the All-Star break, right? They've only got, I believe, one more game after this. So it just makes sense to get him totally 100%. But he's going to be out. That's going to make Anthony Davis look a lot better. The other players to keep an eye out for, because this could impact some of the values for So Rare players for tonight on Monday. Joel Embiid is questionable. Tyrese Halliburton is questionable. Miles Turner is questionable. So 2 players from the Pacers questionable. CJ McCollum is questionable. Kyle Kuzma questionable. Rudy Gobert questionable. Jamal Murray questionable. Aaron Gordon questionable. Kyle Anderson questionable. John Collins questionable. Tim Hardaway Jr. questionable. Bogdan Bogdanovic questionable. And Alex Caruso questionable, who doesn't matter. But as I always say, we're contractually obligated to bring him up when he's on the injury report. So a lot of players here that are going to potentially impact the last 10 values of some of the guys over on So Rare. So let's just dig right into it, Neil. Jordan, if you wouldn't mind, show the people my account on screen because we got some rewards to pull, and I want to see what we get in them. Let me make this bigger so my old eyes could see. There we go.
I'll tell you, so Greg, I pulled all my rewards already just because I do a VOD as well before the show, so I can tell you that I don't know. Go check it out. Should I not say who I pulled? I should say go check out my VOD. No, I'll tell you. So I pulled my 3. The only really great one was in the limited champions contest. So it's the limited cards, which are numbered to 5,000. I bought 5 of those, played in the champions contest, and I got 29th out of 8,600 using the stochastic projections last week. So I got tier 2 rare, which is pretty exciting. Got a Desmond Bain, so that's fun.
Oh, Desmond Bain. Good thing Eric isn't here to do a shitty impression. Yeah, so Desmond Bain, that's a pretty good one. And I'm curious. I think I'm getting a tier 1 and a tier 2 common card right now. So let's see what's in them. Let's see what's in them. What's up first?
Jokic. Yep.
All right. And by the way, I already have a Jokic. So this is 2 Jokic's now for me.
So then you can trade that one in for another tier 1 common. Yeah.
Which we'll do that after this because let's see what we could flip Jokic into. Pretty exciting that we got a Jokic there. Siakam, Fred VanVleet, Scotty Barnes. I also have a Scotty Barnes. So I've got 2 guys here that I already have. But Jordan, let's do a trade in, show people how we could trade cards in. And scroll to the top. That's not how you do it, Jordan. Trade in. Yeah. And then click the Jokic, but the one with the lower multiplier. Yeah. Because the cards, as you use them more, they get experience. So you want to make sure that you trade in the one that has the all right, AD. So I think right off the bat, I want AD. The reason I want AD is because, like I said, coming into the show, what was the breaking news that just happened? LeBron James ain't playing tonight. LeBron's been dealing with an ankle injury, hasn't played the last couple of games. And if I am not mistaken, we pull up our Sorare projections, Anthony Davis is one of the best plays we have on the entire board for this upcoming slate. So he's one of the guys I'd certainly want to be paying up for. Click on AD. He's going to end up being in some of my lineups here, Jordan. Yeah, select him. There we go. I love it. Beautiful. There we go. All right, we're off to a good start here. We are off to a good start. So, yeah, we can't make any more swaps right now. But what we can do is we could start to build out some lineups. And I think that where we're probably going to want to start, actually, go to the common champion. So right away, looking at our projections, Neil, the top overall projected players, and I think we actually just got, we did. We just got a projections update for LeBron James news. So this is going to impact some stuff. Here are the 3 highest scoring players that we have for the upcoming Sorare slate. Number 1, Luka Doncic. I don't have him. Number 2, Nikola Jokic. I got him. Number 3 is Anthony Davis. Look at that. We've already got 2 of the top 3. So Jordan, click on AD and Jokic. Look at that start. Oh my God.
It's a nice start.
Very nice. So I feel like at this point, Neil, you're probably even familiar with some of the players that I have. If you wouldn't mind, go to the projection, just look at some of the players that project, really well, and just what should we be looking out for in terms of value here? Because, we already know that I'm going to have to save some money. We've already got Jokic. We've already got AD in that lineup. Now, Jokic is in that MVP spot. So we actually are not going to have to pay his salary. It's kind of a free, not a free square, but just one that doesn't get a count against our salary cap. But either way, we've got AD in there. We're going to want to save some salary. We look like some of the best cheap options for the upcoming Sorare slate.
Do you have any Mark Williams?
I do not think so. I wish I did. Okay. I also wish I had Mark Williams in best ball because he is totally broken best ball.
Oh yeah, sure.
So I don't play the NFL best ball, Neil, but I do the NBA. And Mark Williams was undrafted in most leagues. So anybody that just happened to take Mark Williams with their last pick is just killing the game right now.
Yeah, that's unfair. How about Colin Sexton?
I don't think I do, but put old Sexton in there.
Nope.
But what we do have, and it's somebody who we played the other day, THT, Taylor Horton-Tucker.
Oh yeah. We got to throw THT back in there.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like the 3rd consecutive slate I've played Taylor Horton-Tucker, and also a guy who's just been massively popular for DFS. And something else too that I think you guys might realize, if you're playing Sorare, you might find that a lot of the players that you like for DraftKings, for FanDuel purposes, it's going to be echoed in terms of who you're going to like over on Sorare. The reason being is the way that a player is going to have value on Sorare, not all that similar from other DFS sites, because it's also players are priced on Sorare based on what their last 10 game average is. So if somebody's averaging 10 fantasy points over the last 10 games, their salary is 10. But if they're in a better spot like Taylor Horton-Tucker, because the trade deadline just happened and they traded away Mike Conley, Jordan Clarkson's also been a little bit sick as of late. So you get somebody like THT, and I know that Clarkson's back now, but still somebody like THT is playing more minutes than he typically would. So our projections, we have Taylor Horton-Tucker projected for 29.59 fantasy points. In the last 10 games, he's averaging 15 fantasy points, which creates a value of 14.59. The value in our projections, by the way, the projections are free to use. I'm going to throw these into the YouTube chat right now. There we go. So the projection just put into the YouTube chat, totally free to use, and Jordan will show you how to access them as well. Just go to NBA. You go to the free content down there at the bottom, free NBA. Click on Sorare, NBA projections, boom, and we've got it covered for you for free. You just check it out and find all of the best plays. Help you find some of the guys to seek out on the marketplace. By the way, if you're signing up and you want to get some players on the marketplace, use our link to make sure that when you buy 5 limited player cards, you can get another one totally for free. But you'll see right here sorry, pull it back up. Yeah. So this value column, this is what I'm paying the most attention to. And I assume for yourself as well, Neil?
Yeah. So I think that you and I play a similar approach, which is very stars and scrubs. So we start with taking two studs right away, two of the guys who just project the best in the projection column, and then we flip over to the value column and try and find who do we have that just looks like a great value on the site. So yeah, it's a pretty similar approach I think that we take.
Yeah. So what's really useful here, and like I said, the value, it's just the differential between the projection, the last 10 average. So it's like, all right, who are we getting the most bang for your buck for relative to what their salary is? So it's definitely really useful when building out lineups. Now let's go back, Jordan, and tell me, because I know Jordan's the slick mathematician around here, and it's hard for me to see the screen.
You're thinking
How
of
many?
Mike Lawrence. I'm not sure that Jordan can do this math.
All right, we'll see. We'll put him to the test. Jordan, what is our remaining salary? And then what is that divided by 2 to find out how much we could play per guy? This guy, he's so quick. He gets it every time. I've never seen anything like it.
I doubted him.
It's a human calculator. So let's try to find some other, because 15 per player. It's not wait, I think he did it wrong. Did he not?
I can't see what I can't read what it says.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jordan did his mathematics incorrectly. Divided by, oh my God, he's an idiot this entire time.
We were just giving him kudos, and he was just
totally he's just taking. He's like one of those the geometry guys on Twitter. They just to add, subtract, divide random numbers together to figure out who's going to win games. All right, I had a feeling something was off when I talked to Jordan there. So yeah, we've got 60 left. So we got 30 left per player. So a lot more salary left than what I initially thought. And I want to go to another guy that we rostered the other day. How about DeMar DeRozan? DeRozan, we got projected for over 47 fantasy points.
You don't have LaMelo, I assume?
I might have a LaMelo, actually. Did I pull LaMelo recently? No, I didn't. Never mind. Rewind. But yeah, DeMar DeRozan I have. Pretty sure I got a DeRozan in there. Yeah. Go with DeRozan. So DeRozan, we have projected for 47 fantasy points. Oh, actually over 47, 47.63. So DeRozan, one of the better options we have for today. So now, Jordan, I'm going to rely on you again. You led me astray last time. How much salary do we have left on this go? All right, 23. So Neil, look through our projections, and who with a cost of 23 do we have projected the best? And what we could do also is if there's somebody who's a little higher or a little below, maybe we could finagle the DeMar DeRozan and make him into like a Zach LaVine or somebody cheaper. But who's looking good with a salary of around 23?
All right, I'm looking through.
That's what I'm doing as well. Well, there's Sexton. We've already established we don't have Sexton. We don't have Mark Williams, so it's not going to be either of those guys. We've already got Taylor Horton-Tucker in.
Yeah, you don't have any of the top projected guys. Let's see.
Do I have Gordon Hayward? I might. No. Killian Hayes, by the way. I don't think I have Cam Johnson. Gordon Hayward. Killian Hayes was in lineups for me last week. Everybody was destroying, and then Killian Hayes just could not have been worse. Killed me in DFS too. There was games like Killian Hayes gets to double overtime and score like 19 fantasy points in really easy matchups. He was an absolute bum last week. Sad. Did absolutely nothing for us.
He lost the starting job too.
Right? He lost it, but he kind of got it back. And then who knows going forward also. Let's just scroll down, Jordan. We're right around
Zach Collins, Kelly Olynyk both look good.
Yeah, keep scrolling. You know who actually might be interesting? Where do we have Vanderbilt projected now with LeBron out tonight?
Oh, yeah. So I'm not sure if are these updated? Let me see.
Yeah. No, we got it updated that's why Anthony Davis projects so well.
No, I think Anthony Davis already did project so well. Because we still have LeBron in there with a projection of 52.
Oh, well, in that case, Vanderbilt already projects with a positive differential.
Yeah, that's a good
Let's throw him in there because he's going to look even better once LeBron's taken out of our projections. Vanderbilt.
I like it.
Bang. Anthony Davis, Nikola Jokic, Taylor Horton-Tucker, DeMar DeRozan, Jared Vanderbilt. So we've got in here 2 Jazz players, 2 Lakers. Oh, sorry. I screwed up there because I was looking at Vanderbilt in the Jazz jersey. But we've got 2 Lakers players, a Jazz player, a Bulls player, and a Nuggets player, and all players potentially benefiting from injury. So as of now, Jokic already projects well for us. But once again, circling back on the injury report that we're going to want to be paying some attention to tonight, Neil, Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon are both questionable. If these guys are not able to play, Nikola Jokic has to do absolutely everything for this team. Not that he doesn't already do kind of close to everything, but listen to the last game Jokic had with both these guys out. He scored right around 70 fantasy points. He had a 35% usage rate, 30 points, 16 rebounds, 10 assists for just the casual triple-double for Nikola Jokic, who overall for the season now is averaging a triple-double, 25 points, 11.5 rebounds, 10 assists. Click to submit on that lineup, Jordan. We're feeling pretty good about it.
I like it.
Submit. Now, here's something else that's fun. Common no cap. No cap at all. The way that this works is there's no salary cap. You can play whoever it is you want in these contests. So what we could do here is we just look at who some of the highest projected players are for the entire slate that I still have cards of. We just put them in the lineups.
I like it. Giannis is a pretty clear no-brainer. What are you going to do with LeBron, though? I mean, he's going to project okay if you assume he's going to play the next game.
My gut feeling is, and once again, this is one of the ones where it's like, who really knows? I said it at the top. At this point, if you're the Lakers, just hold him out until after the All-Star break. Get him as healthy as possible. I don't even know if LeBron's going to play in the All-Star game. Make sure your star guy here is 100% totally good to go. Bring him back post All-Star break. The other thing, too, is look at where the Lakers are in the standings. They need to win games, like sooner rather than later. But at the same point, too, there has to be a risk reward, right? Because if you're playing LeBron a game now, does it cost you 2 games at the tail end of the season? You're trying to maximize the amount of games you play. And I think you could run into issues with that if he's not 100% healthy. So the Lakers right now, 26-31, they're actually 2 games behind the Oklahoma City Thunder for the final play-in spot. And I know a lot of people say, well, 2 games isn't that much to make up. No, that's true. But still, if LeBron's going to have to miss games later on in the season, if Anthony Davis has to miss games, it could be an issue. I think you hold out LeBron at least for now, just to make sure he's totally 100% ready to go for the tail stretch of the season. So my gut feeling based on that is that there's going to be no LeBron James in the next game either.
Yeah, I think that seems likely. Yeah, Brandon Katz, we know that LeBron was ruled out already tonight. We've talked about it plenty on this show.
I got to tell you though, if Brandon Katz says he's out, I tend to think he might be in now. It's just one of those. One of those things. But yeah, no LeBron James for me. A couple other guys in here that are projecting really well for us. So we actually have Damian Lillard and SGA projected slightly ahead of Giannis. And I think I've scrolled all the way to the top, Jordan Klein. We've got an SGA in there. Click on SGA. Do I have a Dame? Why do I think I had Lillard? I guess I don't. Memory gets faulty at a certain point. So yeah, none of, I do have Harden though. And I know Harden projects really well. Another thing too, Harden's another guy. Joel Embiid is questionable. Yep. Joel Embiid's always questionable, but this is one. They're 13.5 point favorites at home against the Rockets. If we're going to sit out Joel Embiid, like now would be the time. So James Harden is somebody who, once again, we have projected pretty well. 51.67 fantasy points, cost of 42. That could be going way up though if Joel Embiid doesn't play. So he's somebody who I think already looks pretty good, but has potential for a really, really big ceiling if Embiid is ruled out. Trae Young is another player I have. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong this time, then I'm going to look like an idiot again. Trae Young. There we go. Yeah, put Trae Young in there. And then who else looks good? Who looks good here, Neil? Pick out my final
Anthony
spot
Davis. Why not Anthony Davis?
We were used him in the other lineup, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, did I have 2 Anthony Davis? Oh, I have 2 Anthony Davises. I forgot I've got 2 Anthony Davises. All right, so we can play Anthony Davis twice because I got 2 cards of him. Perfect.
Nice. Beautiful.
Yeah. So that by the way is the advantage for you guys if you do have 2 cards of the same player. Don't think like you have to get rid of one of the players. You could, because each card you have could only be used in one lineup. But if you have multiple cards of the same player, playing multiple lineups, a little bit of an advantage there. So yeah, look at that. 2 ADs. 2 ADs, 1 for each eyebrow. It's a good deal.
Perfect. That's right.
2 ADs, 2 eyebrows. Go to the other contests, Jordan. Let's try to pull it up. Yeah, one up there, the common contender. Really quick, Neil and I will try to fire off a lineup. So what's different about this contest relative to the other one? There's no MVP spot, right? So right here, this is, we don't have anybody that we could use that doesn't count against the cap. So let's.
Cap is one. There's only 110.
Yeah, so that is, oh my God, we're going to have to rely on Jordan his mathematics again. Jordan, what is 110 divided by 5?
I already said it.
I could hear the things moving on his abacus. Yeah.
22 is correct.
3, 4. All right, he's figured it out. So we've got 22 spots per player. So try to oh my god, Brandon Katz is dunking on Jordan from the chat saying Jordan's mom pulled his internet.
And he has made that joke multiple times. So I kind of think Jordan is right that Brandon Katz wrote down everything he wanted to say in the comments today and has just been copying and pasting it, when appropriate.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm going 1 point Brandon Katz. Jordan, you have -1 points for your failed math before.
Eat it, Jordan. Yeah.
Suck it. So now let's scroll down to right around 22. I'm just kind of curious which players are priced around there. I don't think we're gonna have time to build out this entire lineup, but still just an idea of like who are some guys we might want to be considering, and some of the other top value plays that we have in our projections in the upcoming contests here. Ben Simmons looks like he's falling out of the Nets rotation right now.
It's insane, his drop from grace. He was such a huge star just a few years ago.
Not anymore.
Or I should say he was such a huge prospect. He was never really an NBA star, but he was a huge prospect.
He made an all NBA team the last year he played a full season.
Did he
before
really?
This year? Yeah, he made an all NBA team. And he's not that guy anymore. You're not that guy, pal. I think I have a Devontae Graham, by the way. Is that true? Or have I fabricated that?
Yeah.
Oh, I do. Devontae Graham, who Neil, people were very mad at me for misleading about Devontae Graham the other day when we were saying that he would have to start to be a good DFS play the other night, and then he didn't start, and it turned out he did not have to start to be a good play in that game.
In a double overtime game?
Yeah, he scored all of the points. So Devontae Graham, that's a really good value play. He's going to look good in this contest. He's played a much bigger role with the Spurs. We've got him projected for 24.4 fantasy points at a 14 cost. That's a pretty good looking one. I think I have a. Do I have a card, Jordan, of PJ Washington? Old Peach? No, I don't. I know who I do have, though. Donovan Mitchell looks a little bit underpriced, only 37 cost.
That's nice.
Yeah, throw him in.
Greg, what do you think of this assertion by Brennan Katz, which I think I might agree with? Is Michael Jordan the worst owner in the NBA?
I mean, yes and no. From a standpoint of building a basketball team, he's absolute shit at it, right? He's proven to be terrible. But at the same time, too, like, I mean, Robert Sarver is gone now. There was reasons to very much dislike him. James Dolan, too, has absolutely run it. And I know the Knicks are decent now, but Dolan's had like the sexual assault issues during the time he's overseen the team. He's also run them into the ground multiple times.
I didn't know about James Dolan. I knew that he sucked, just like people don't like playing for him. But I did not know about it.
Yeah, there was the issue with Isaiah Thomas where he was they'd pay like $15 million. So it was like, it's hard to, it's when people have like actual issues in their organization outside of just the basketball stuff. By the way, the basketball stuff hasn't been great for the Knicks over the last 30-ish whatever years either. So I would go with Dolan right now. But Brandon Katz made some has made some strong points as of late. He threw Jordan under the bus. He threw both Jordans under the bus. Michael Jordan and Jordan Klein, the best producer in the game and the best NBA player in the game, arguably. Well, the NBA
of all
producer.
time,
yeah. Best producer of all time would be, the lofty mark for Jordan.
Pretty lofty, yeah. At least the best producer of all time, named Jordan Klein, who works at Stochastic.
The other thing too is because I did work with the Knicks at one point, so I also have some not interactions directly with Dolan, but stuff indirectly that happened in terms of him not allowing me to say certain stuff on camera. That also makes me not really love James Dolan as well. So I'm going to say not Dolan, because Brandon Katz, I hear he's not hurt. He's not running the day-to-day operations anymore. He still's got an impact there. I'm also just going to read off before we leave some of the other players that are projecting pretty well for us that I think you guys want to keep an eye on. Bradley Beal already projects really well. And in addition, Kyle Kuzma is questionable to play today. Also, Brandon Ingram is questionable to play. And Brandon Ingram is good to play, but CJ McCollum is questionable. So a couple of guys that are already pretty good pay-up options that would look terrific if their star players would be rolled out. So Brandon Ingram, 35 cost, 44 fantasy point projection. There's no CJ McCollum tonight. We'd be looking at high 40 fantasy points for projection for Ingram. And then Bradley Beal right now, 32 cost, 41 projection, probably somewhere be around like a 44 or 45 projection if Kyle Kuzma's out. So be on the lookout for those couple stars that could benefit. Guys, if you haven't done it yet, do us a big favor. Like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Good luck, and I'll see you here later.